Okay. All right. 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 Good evening. Good afternoon.
Time.
Good morning. Good. Whatever time of day it is for everybody. Welcome to, of course, of course, the show about nothing and everything at the same time. I don't know. I'm Brandon Clark Studios, and with me, as always, Blue Kiddo 4.
How's it going, everyone? Thank you for coming, Brendan. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing much better now that everything is up and running, and I'm doing much better that I see Godcat in the chat there, and Driver, of course. How are you? How's your week? What did you do this week? Anything fun?
Nothing, just to go work and slay the spire. What about you?
Slay the Spire? What? Isaac and Darkest Dungeon, and that's pretty much my entire life.
You didn't kill anyone, did you?
I didn't do what? I'm sorry. No one's dead. No one's dead. RPG Dave, hey, how are you? No one's dead. Everyone's still alive. Everything's golden.
Good. Glad to hear it.
What we got to try to do, pew pew. What's up? Holla holla. What we got to try to do is figure out what was our topics. You were in charge of topics this week. What do we have for? What's our topic?
Topics? We're going off in an entirely different direction. We're going to go with Pokemon. Okay. We're also going to go with Hot Pockets because everyone loves Hot Pockets. How could you not?
Mm-hmm.
And the one that I know is going to make everything hilarious: pajamas.
All right, so we have Pokemon, we have Hot Pockets, and we have pajamas.
Right.
Perfect. How could we do any better? Pokemon. Let's start with Pokemon.
Okay. What do you got? What do you think?
Let me see. My first thing with Pokemon is this. You grew up with Pokemon, right?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I was in kindergarten when Red and Blue came out.
Kindergarten?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm aging myself, but yeah.
I am extremely non-versed in Pokemon world at all. It's a topic that comes up in my chat quite a bit, and I don't know anything about it. And I need to ask questions. All right, Pew Pew's in chat. He's a pro with Pokemon.
All right, we got this.
I don't know much, but I do have my starter question with Pokemon.
Okay.
You ready?
Right, go for it.
What's the point? No, well, hold on. Wait, let me rephrase that. What do they get? What do you get? Like, not you.
So
I remember the show. I remember the show. Ash Ketchum, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you have Ash Ketchum. You have girl. I don't know her name. Girl and then boy. Ash Ketchum,
Misty
girl, boy.
Misty and Brock, the two gym leaders. They are the first two gym leaders.
Misty and Brock. Okay, yes, I remember the name Brock. So we have Misty and Brock, and they follow Ash Ketchum along.
Right.
And what I know is that his goal is to be the very best, like no one was before.
Correct.
Okay. So he's on a lifelong journey to be the very best in the world.
Right.
What do they do? Like, what is the purpose of Ash and the girl and Misty?
Basically, so Brock's a gym leader. However, he wanted to be a Pokemon breeder. So somehow he went out to go with Ash on his adventures to learn more about being a breeder and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So like a doctor breeder type deal.
So Ash's goal in life is to be the best in the world.
Yes.
And then he just set his standards lower.
His standards are so low that he didn't even try to catch all of them.
That was my whole point, is I never understood it, because it's like you got the one guy whose like goal is to be the greatest thing in the world, and then these people, it's like, what did you don't have your own goals? Like, did you just give up on yours?
I don't remember Misty exactly what her intentions were. I just know she just went for the for the travels. But I'm with you still in the fact that people, like, I don't know, he's supposed to catch them all. But
that's all the Pokemon.
He doesn't catch them all. There's like, I think almost 800 Pokemon now, and
like, why does he get to do this? Like, what? Like, I'm looking too much into this. The Pokemon get caught and are basically slaves. I think I got that part. Right, I think the parts I get hung up on is, what is he like? Why did he get to wake up one day and be like, "This is what I'm gonna do," and then the world stops and he gets to do all these things?
Well, I know when he first started, if I remember the very first episode, he was like learning to be a trainer. He was watching like the Pokemon Championships, as we'll call it.
Okay.
And basically he's like, I want to be just like them. I want to have the best, the strongest, the best Pokemon trainer there ever was. And I think that's just where it went off. And then Professor Oak was the one who taught them everything, like how to catch Pokemon, things like that. and they just took off, and that's how we just did it. So
yeah, because like, I thought about it, and it's like, what about when you go to a town and you get dinner, and there's like the kid working with his parents, he's making you noodles, and what if that kid wants to be the very best? He can't. He has a job.
He's SOL. He
has a job. But where's Ash getting the money from to do all this?
Well, like, no, but you know what? But think about it too. All right, we'll go back to the slaves thing. Pokemon can do the jobs. You train them to do the jobs. So why do you even need to be there if they're doing the jobs for you? And it's free labor because you caught them.
So slave labor is
right.
Where we're at.
Essentially slave labor.
People even said they're basically slaves.
Right. That's what I mean. That's what I was looking at. And it's basically you're telling me that you catch them and they can do whatever you want from them, whether they go to the store, cook dinner, build houses, whatever the case. So why do you need to be there? Just go.
So he doesn't even have to earn income. They don't have to earn income. And that's, you know what? We got it. He doesn't have to earn income. The Pokemon do everything. And then Misty and Brock, they just follow him around and they just leech off of his money.
Right, exactly.
That's where I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes.
Because I never really understood. Like, I was always like, how does he get to do too?
Now, let's put this. There's what? I think there's 8 gens out right now. Ash hasn't aged a bit. He is somehow still the same age, still the same build, height, the whole 9 yards, and has not changed.
So, like, is the cartoon still exists? Like, you can still...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's new episodes?
They actually just started I think they just brought the second part of... What was the last one that came out? Sword and Shield?
I thought they were just video games.
They are, but they base off... So when the video games come out, there's generations of Pokemon in them. And they just kind of add them as... So, you know, I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. But the video games have nothing to do with Ash and Brock and Misty and all them. It's just...
Yeah, I'm with Driver on that one. Like, I never played them. Like, I understand them.
Here's another thing to throw out there. There's no such thing as animals. They are the animals. So basically, you're a hunter / slave driver / whatever else you want to be. I mean, at that point.
So there's no dogs?
No, the dogs are the Pokemon.
Oh my God. This feels like a cult. See, I never understood. I remember the cartoon, and that's what I knew of Pokemon. It's a cartoon. Right. And I never understood it. Even since I was a young buck walking around, I always thought, like, what is this? Like, I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? They're animals. Okay.
Yeah, basically that's what it boils down to is they're animals.
And they're birds.
There are birds. There's birds. There's really outrageous ones. Like one looks like a doctor's glove. When you blow air into it, you tie it off.
Wait, what? You have to blow air into the Pokemon?
You know, like when you take old like latex gloves and you blow it up and it looks like a turkey, a hot turkey.
Yeah.
Type deal. There is a Pokemon that looks just like that.
But do you blow into it?
No, that's just it's inflated.
Oh, I thought you meant like when the Pokemon comes out, they're sitting there blowing in its butthole or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, and it, you know.
No, there's also like sandcastles. There's a whole bunch of weird stuff.
Well,
it's come to the point that like I could pick up this remote and it's a Pokemon. Some way, shape, or form, it's a Pokemon.
Gotcha. He goes, they are God's Pokemon. But it was out when I was younger, so like I thought that I was too old for it when everyone got into it. So I don't know. I missed out on a lot of it, but I remember the cartoon.
Yeah, I remember that, and the cards came out around the same time as well.
They are God's Pokemon.
Let me tell you, you want to talk about little kids wanting to like beat each other up for cards and holographics and everything? Oh, buddy.
Really? People fight over it?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, oh my God.
I could tell you stories upon stories, but yeah, it's basically people with like angry mob other kids because they want it like their one card or something.
Like a fight in the schoolyard?
Yeah, basically.
I remember for a solid 5 months or less, I don't even remember, a solid 5 months or less when I was in elementary school, no one had the Pokemon. This had to be before Pokemon cards. I don't know. People used Pogs.
I remember Pogs.
Do you remember
I had
Pogs?
Those. I do. I had a pile of them, actually.
And everybody was such a little, excuse my language, like a little, I was going to go with the B word, but I'm catching myself. I'm going to go with sissy. Everybody was such a sissy about it because the rules of Pog was you stack up the Pog chips.
Right.
And you have your custom slammer and you fucking slam them. And then
they go everywhere.
Right. But if you won, I don't even remember how you win, to be honest. I think
it was I think you had to get the most out of the entire stack.
But you were supposed to be allowed to keep theirs.
Right. It was whoever had the most, whatever it was like you put in like, I'll say 30 a piece and you make a pile of 60. And basically they were like the betting chips. So like say like me and you were going and at the end of the game you had 40 to 20. Mm-hmm. You won. You took all of them.
And no one ever gave them though.
No, man.
No one ever gave them. I was like, what is this? Your grandpa gave you pogs?
Right. And then people used to get mad when you used to bend them because you get those people that would like sit there and like just force their way down on it.
Yeah. That was all I remember about pogs. I remember they existed. I remember the slammers. And then I remember that no one would ever play because, and it faded out in like a month, or it was like so quickly because no one would give up their pogs.
Right.
You beat somebody and they're like, well, no, I'm not giving you them. They're mine. Like, what?
Right. I got these for a Christmas present.
Yeah, exactly. That, I was not a, no, I don't like pogs. I know.
I mean, I collected them. I just did it for the collections.
It was Pog Juice Company started making pogs. There was a Pog Juice Company. Oh, Passion Orange Guava. Oh. So they started making pogs that said POG on them? Like as for Passion Orange Guava? Weird.
It really grinds my gears.
Really grinds my gears. Like when you play poker or something, people bend the cards. Yeah, I understand.
Yep. Or they fold them like when they're sitting there and they're looking at them, or like when they're shuffling them, they bend them like in half long ways.
Yeah.
And they look or tense or something.
Yeah, because then you always get that card and like you'll know it's like
you know exactly what it is.
The ace is the one with the bandit.
Same thing with Uno. Like with Uno. When people used to play Uno, okay? People would bend the cards or they get run out because people were like playing with them and stuff, and you knew exactly what card they had by what was bent because you just memorized it.
Yeah. Speaking of gears, there's a Pokemon for that.
Yes, there is.
Wait, it's a gear? Like a metal gear?
Yeah, so it's Kling. Is it Kling, Clank, and something like that? It's like Clink, or Clink, Clang, and Klinkang, or something like that. It's weird.
Really? Do they have legs?
Yeah. No, they're just two gears that like with googly eyes.
Do they roll?
Yeah, they spin around. They like bounce around. Yeah.
God, it was such an obsession that I almost feel bad. Like I wish I was a little younger. I got to be honest. I wish I was a little younger because I feel as though I missed out on something that was.
You did, but awesome. You know what though, Brandon? I'll tell you right now. Growing up with it, I miss the old stuff because it's so complicated now. Like playing it from a game standpoint. Like understand the show is one thing, but when you're playing the game, it's just your mind's blown. Like you don't know what is going for what because back then it was only like okay, electric's good against these types or fire's good against these types. Now it's this Pokemon has 16 different outfits, and then it turns into this many different kind of Pokemon, and this is good against this. This matters for this, and it's just way too complicated for like me. I just want to be type, battle, collect, done.
Yeah, they're saying that there's fake Pokemon cards and stuff too.
Yeah. You used to be able to tell those by looking through them, putting them to the light and look through them.
But now, all right. So do people still Pokemon? There's a dildo Pokemon. Interesting. Wow.
I tried to keep a straight face reading that, and it didn't work.
Do people still play them though? Because all right, yes, so anymore. I don't really get to go out and go to the, like the game places and play 40K. But usually in every game place I played 40K in, they usually had tables and stuff, and they had like Magic the Gathering nights, and everybody was Magic tournaments and doing all that stuff.
Magic, I know.
Did that take over?
Yeah, so it did for a while, and then it stopped, and then it's starting to come back again because now a lot of places with like vintage packs and cards like they used to be like forever ago. Like cards like these cards are the most expensive cards. Mm-hmm. Now it's to the point to as long as they get graded or like sealed packs, like the original Pokemon packs that came out. And I remember watching a few streams and videos of like YouTubers and stuff. If you sell just a sealed pack of Pokemon cards, it's an original one. It goes for like $700-800 for just the pack of cards that's sealed.
So just for the chance of possibly having something good inside, or is it because it's sealed and it's
right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nuts. The stuff that's gone up in the air. Now I know, like even along with Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, I haven't really heard much about. I know Yu-Gi-Oh is making a comeback.
I know with Magic, I don't know much about it, but I know enough that they had some like I don't know the generation, so don't quote, but like first, second, third, whatever like the earlier cards were in like the 90s. there were certain cards that are you can't use them in like tournament, like legal tournament standards. But there's some things that do like an open play tournaments, and where you could use like any card throughout all the generations. Yeah, and in those senses, people want them, and they're like thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, card. Now there is like they change the rules like every so often. So like say like Generation 1 Magic, most of the stuff was able to be used. Number 2, well, because whatever's in number 2 might, if you add it with number 1, kind of breaks the system to where you're unbeatable.
Right.
So they'll ban in such cards. They'll do the same thing with Pokemon cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! I know they do it with that too. Certain cards you can't use through it, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Changed the rules throughout time. Like Pokemon and Magic kept the same kind of rules throughout the whole course of all the things. Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of kind of mix it around to where some are good and some aren't.
Hey, what's going on, Madhouse? How are you? So Yu-Gi-Oh! and Pokemon, if people are still playing them, but they're not like, they don't really hold a candle to like Magic though, right? As far as complexity.
Magic, I know, is probably one of the biggest, one of the biggest still out there. I know tabletop games are starting to come back too.
Yeah, I would think like depth alone. I didn't know how deep they go, but I would think Magic's pretty deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Magic goes forever. Webkins cards.
Keep getting fucked. It's pay to win. Pay to win. So I guess it's kind of like a Hearthstone or anything where you have to have the cards to play the certain decks. I'm dropping frames also. Sorry. I can tell. I can see I'm dropping frames.
Why, I don't know, but that's the way it is.
Yeah, of course it's dropping frames. Why wouldn't it be? But it'll probably fix itself, maybe.
But it didn't change anything. You didn't get a pop-up or anything, right?
No pop-ups, no nothing like that.
Holy cow, Alpha, are you serious?
500 to 1,000 on decks. Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, I can't say anything. I've seen YouTubers with Pokemon cards drop thousands upon thousands.
Yeah, that's so much money.
I know.
Hopefully my stream clears up here. Because it was running fine for a while. So I don't see why it would be stupid now.
Yeah, I'm not dropping frames on my end, so...
I might have to just give it a second and maybe it'll just fix itself. That's it. Well, I mean, if you're making money though, that's different though. Because I do have a buddy that was playing like I guess you'd say amateur, but he's at that level that if he wanted to, he can go on like tour or whatever. He can go on tour playing Magic. And I know like like you can make money just touring and competing and stuff like that. But I don't know how,
Well, I know like games like Warhammer and stuff too are coming back real heavily too. I know that. I met a few people that are getting back into that real heavily too.
That's a big one that when I was doing that, I was always doing tournaments and stuff like that. I think we might be better now.
Yeah, it looks like it cleared up.
Okay, it's cleared up. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know. It could be residual issues. There's a lot that goes into like doing this stuff. It's like really weird.
Yeah.
But I used to do different tournaments though. I would do like tournaments at places, and then I would do buy-in. I would do buy-in tournaments also.
Okay.
So we would do we would have a bunch of we'd get like honestly like 15 kids, and with those 15 kids we would all put like $100 in, and we'd do like bracket tournaments. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, I know.
And playing our houses.
I never understood Warhammer as a tabletop game. I've played the computer games of it, but I've never understood it as a tabletop game. I don't know if I just never got into it or whatever the case, but I just could never understand it.
Oh, dude, if you ever want to, one of these nights, you have to do it. One of these nights, Saturday night or something like that, you'll have to come down if you're free. And I have a table in my house. Once I fix this one room that flooded on me because my life sucks.
It's funny you said that, Brandon. He says there's a tabletop simulator that you could actually download a mod for Warhammer.
Yeah. On PC. I never used that. We're gonna do the real thing. But
I'm game for the real thing. I'll be game for that.
I have a full table in my other room, and I have multiple armies that we can do. And I could literally set up a skirmish match, which like I'll teach you the rules as we go, and I'm just gonna just drink a 6-pack of beer and have a blast. But you'll play a game, and I bet you you'll play one game, and you're gonna go, Well, like my life changed.
I'm probably gonna, yeah. And then you know what's gonna be behind me, right? This couch is gonna be gone out the window, and there's gonna be a table behind me. Watch, call it right now. Might not be soon, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I must stream it. You must see Geekdom in action. I don't know how to stream it. I mean, I'm assuming I can. The problem is that like I don't know how to get my compressor mics in there. I mean, my cables might be long enough to get to my mixer, but then my cameras is the problem. Like it's in a completely different room. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out because I would be game for that.
I don't know if I can make a stream house here. I don't know if that's gonna work.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Minor details, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be into. I don't know if I can do the tabletop simulator though. I don't know if I can do it. It's not the same when I have all the real stuff.
I don't know. I never.
You know what I mean?
The only thing I've ever seen tabletop simulator is people playing Cards Against Humanity and just flipping it because they can.
Right. Yeah. Our gamer table by Logitech. Yeah, I don't want to do digital. Like I want to physically play with the rulers and I want to measure stuff and I want to look for 8 line of sight and I want to just do all this cool shit. You know what I mean? People Smilla's new clone.
I'll have to be careful. I'll make sure I go live, and this way, if anyone's watching my stream, they can turn around. If I just randomly just fall over, and you don't see anything, you know what happened.
Driver, I can see how to set it up, but all my stuff is so
it's
like
the
my
distance. The distance problem.
It's far. It's like far away, and my stuff right now is I'm like a You probably couldn't tell by the possible mess behind me, but with at least computer stuff, I am a ridiculous neat freak. Like I'm talking the amount of wires that have my like system set up. All of them are like neatly like by each other in sleeves, zip tied wherever. They're all there's not an exposed wire anywhere. Like it is clean. You know what I mean? So to get like even my mics in another room, I'm gonna like have to be it's gonna take me hours to undo things to even get the friggin' wires out. You know what I mean?
What about wireless? Maybe they make wireless ones we can just kind of USB it, or
I wouldn't trust it.
It'd probably be kind of crap.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything wireless. Donate to call police button on stream. How wide is your table? Which one? The my Warhammer table or my my computer desk? Sorry.
Hey,
I'm trying to think off the top of my head what it is. I'm already sitting.
It's probably got to be at least 6 feet. I would assume it's probably like a 6x6.
I did it to the officials. It's 4x6.
That was close.
Yeah, 4x6. Oh, the one I'm using now. The one I'm using now is wrapped around me. It's like it's a big big U, and I sit in the middle of the U. But it's not like a closed off U. It's like a boomerang. It's a pretty big boomerang.
It goes like a bar. It's like a bar top.
Yeah, like a boomerangy bar toppy. Yeah.
Deal.
This went from Pokemon to tables.
And then now the bars. I mean, I don't know, whatever else.
Of course. Of course. A big kahuna.
Where?
Why can't Blue sit next to you? You can push him behind you. But we have to play on the 40K table, not on this table. Not on my computer desk.
No. And I'm gonna no offense, I'm not gonna drag that through your house.
If I could ever figure out a way to do it, I promise you I'll do it. But I don't know. I mean, it's like a massive amount of work. Like it's to the point where it's easier for me to literally buy 2 new cameras and route them differently and leave them in there and just run extension wires into here and plug them in when I need them. It's easier for me to do that than it is to take this apart.
I mean, I'm game if you are. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. It's gonna happen, Pew Pew, until I get a little more used to it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, just do that then. Sure, we'll just go buy a bunch of more stuff.
Yeah, because we have all that to throw away.
Yeah, I'm loaded. There's everything. Yeah.
Full-time jobs. What are you talking about?
Extra long XLRs. I have the extra XLRs. Microphones would be a problem. Well, not really. Actually, it wouldn't be. I could just take this off my boom, and I have studio mics from like recording like live instruments and all that stuff. Yeah. So actually, that wouldn't be that big of a problem. One of these days, when I can get around to it, we'll do it. How about we teach Blue Kid how to play it first, and then we'll do some games.
Yeah. And then we'll figure out a way to actually do it. And then we're going to watch my wallet just completely empty out for all the stuff you could possibly buy.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. You end up you'll spend tons of money. Like
I know I will. That's the problem.
Like this dude right here. Hold on, I'm going to swing around. Opinions on chicken tenders and tendies? Go for it, Blue.
Oh, y'all.
I hate the word tendies, by the way.
Tendies? I've never heard that. But tenders, I'm going to go on a limb and say that Dino Nuggets, dude. Like, phenomenal. I mean, Brandon's going to agree that we all know Dino Nuggies are the best thing in the world. I don't care what anyone says. Dino Nuggets are the best. But they also
Dino
have,
Nuggets?
Dude, but they have like SpongeBob and everything else too. Although you get kind of deformed ones and you can't really tell. Like that's like, you know what I never understood? Speaking of designs, mac and cheese with the characters like Star Wars, SpongeBob.
Dude, I know. They taste different. They do taste different.
They do, but you know what it is? They never look like any of it. Because by the time you boil them and everything, they're just dead in the world. They're just like floppy.
They're
noodles.
So dumb. They all taste the same, and each one of them tastes different than normal mac and cheese. Like they're not as good.
No, you're right, and it's just frozen. Yep, frozen ones.
I know all about it. With a 6-year-old daughter, I'm continuously buying shit that has a picture of a princess on it or something. You know what I mean? Like, do you need this drink? Yeah, well, I need it because there's a picture of a princess on it. Oh, do you like it? Well, I don't know, but the princess is on it, so maybe. You know what I mean?
And the worst part is, it's the most expensive thing on the list.
Well, what was your choice for chicken tenders and chicken nuggets?
I like to see tenders if you're doing like actual grilling or like baking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I will admit I do eat the frozen chicken nuggets and the chicken tenders once in a while when you get kind of hungry.
Yeah.
But, you know.
If it's like fast food, I would say, what would you do fast food?
Fast food wise? Oh, nuggets?
Godcat said Carl Jr. I don't think I've ever had a Carl Jr.
Carl Jr. Speaking of that, Brandon, they closed the one by us.
Yeah. I never got their chicken nuggets though.
I never did. Yeah, I always got their burgers. But chicken nuggets, it used to be Burger King. I used to have a huge obsession with Burger King chicken nuggets, and now it turned into Wendy's are the only good ones, from my understanding. I'm not a fan of Chick-fil-A. Everyone goes nuts over Chick-fil-A. I don't see the excitement over it.
I like their chicken tenders, and they have that Szechuan sauce also.
I'm just not. I haven't really noticed like anything with Chick-fil-A. I don't like Chick-fil-A. I don't understand the hype over it.
I gotta be honest. Is it just me, or let me throw this one out there? I have a hard time eating them because I saw a time-lapse video where somebody said, it wasn't time-lapse, I'm lying. But for whatever reason, they said that they 100% monitored these McDonald's chicken nuggets. And one McDonald's chicken nugget did not decompose after 10 years.
I remember seeing something like that.
That's horrifying to me. However, the taste of a McDonald's chicken nugget in like sweet and sour sauce, I think is fantastic. I think it's great.
What's that one chicken place that I've heard about, and like I told about it at work. It was down south, more in Florida and stuff.
Yeah, wait, what is that about? What is that about Chick-fil-A? I heard that too, that they were like homophobic or something like that.
They're Catholic.
Right, because that's why they're not open on Sunday. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I heard something though that there was something weird with them.
No, not Kentucky Fried Chicken, driver. I remember Robin telling me, and now I can't.
I do like their chicken. The chicken nugget. I think they're good. Like I think they're all right.
I'm gonna look that up now because I need to find out the chicken place in the South.
They contribute to anti-gay groups. I don't like that. I'm surprised that you could be not just a business, but that you can be a chain of restaurants and have views like open views like that. Like, how in today's world do you survive? And it's not even like that. It's like they're booming. Like they're absolutely booming. But I think that they would have a very hard time surviving. But I guess not.
It wasn't. Was it Bojangles?
Crazy.
No, it wasn't that. I don't remember. I'd have to ask her because I don't remember. But it was a phenomenal.
Chicken is pretty good.
So good.
Popeyes, I don't think I like Popeyes. I've tried it before. I'm not a fan. I'm not
And
a
you know what, Brandon,
Popeyes.
the worst part was Popeyes. I've had it once or twice, but then when we got that Crown Fried Chicken that one day, dude. Oh,
Dude, dirty Crown Fried
so
Chicken.
Good. Phenomenal.
There's this place.
Phenomenal.
There's this place by us, right? So like in our city, there's okay areas. When you're like downtown, most of it's kind of okay, and then when you start to go south into like South Wilkes-Barre a bit, you know what I mean? It gets bad. It can get bad. It can get pretty bad. There's this place there called Crown Fried Chicken. You don't matter what time you go. You can go there at 2 a.m. after the bars close. You can go there at 10 at night or 1 p.m. It doesn't matter. Whenever you go, something's gonna happen. You're gonna see something go down. Whether it be the guy getting screamed at that owns the place, him screaming and throwing somebody else out, somebody asking you for money. It's scary, dude. Like, it's scary, but the chicken is worth your life. It is worth it. What do you think?
I've only had it, I think, the time when we got it at work, I think it was like the second time in my life I've ever gotten it. So I can't say much, but I would tell you that was phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh, it's scary. Like, you risk your life every time you go, but it's worth it. And then when you're like, oh my God, dude. Oh, you pick it up in the bag. It's so greasy that it's just like, it's the box it comes in is sopping wet of grease. And the whole bag getting soaked. And it just stinks your whole car up for a week.
Yeah, but that makes you want to eat it every single day.
Yeah, you just want it. It's so good. It's so good. Cracker Barrel, I don't know. I don't really go to Cracker Barrel ever. I haven't.
Don't get it for takeout. Like, don't get it for delivery because it's god awful by the time you get it.
I think I like their pancakes. I remember their breakfast. That is what
they have awesome meatloaf, but you have to eat it there. Like, you have to eat there, otherwise it's completely just like pathetic. Like, when you get anything that you deliver, if you wait too long, it tastes like crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's 5-course meal here or like 5-star, but you know what
right.
I mean.
Ages is like, no way. I'm not even no chicken at all. Oh, really quick. I gotta reverse back since I've been holding this. There's certain things, and I didn't even put this thing together, but like this, like one like this, right? See this bad boy?
Oh my God.
This is like, you would run this in an army, and this would be like your main bro. Like, you're gonna run this, and this is the general. You know what I mean? Like, this dude is, I mean, it's ridiculous. If you see the rules and what it could do, you need a lot to take this guy down. But this this is like $140.
Holy crap.
For just the one. But you probably won't have this.
There goes my wallet.
You probably won't ever get this, as it, like, people wouldn't really, you don't have really a lot of room to run him, depending on what kind of point game. I think he cost almost 500 points, and a lot of people play like 1,000-point games, or 2,000.
Right, so at that point, it's already three quarter.
No, it's Mortarion. He's Mr. Mortarion, the demon Primarch of Nurgle.
He looks like a boss you would see in Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So badass.
That's what he looks like. I mean, that's just what I'm going with.
Yeah, he's a Death Guard. When you guys consider the fact that Valentine's Day M&Ms are just better, I gotta be honest, I don't really, I don't know. I don't remember eating one. I don't remember the last time I had one.
Valentine's Day M&Ms? Well, you're in luck, because guess what? They're in season right now. You're also blurry, by the way.
Hey.
Focus. Focus.
Oh, you gotta get fixed now.
Now you're good. Now you're good.
Staying right here.
Golden.
Okay. They just taste better? I've never dealt with them before. You have all your boxed Star Wars action figures? What kind? What series are we talking here, Driver? What kind of Star Wars action figures are we talking here? Are we talking the big boys? Are we talking the Holy Trilogy? Or are we talking episode 1, 2, 3? Where are we at here?
I can't say anything because I'm in the Dragon Ball Z aspect of that.
The new stuff? Okay.
I can't say anything because I'm in the Dragon Ball Z. I have my whole pile of stuff on the floor. I gotta put the shelves up behind me. I just haven't done it.
Oh, Mandalorian stuff. Oh, okay, cool. The armor. Like a full suit of armor? I hope so. You have a full suit of armor? You need to be wearing that all the time.
If I can find a suit of armor, I will wear it on this. I don't care.
You should get Dragon Ball Z armor.
I could try to. I'm gonna find it after this is over.
This big hair thing.
Dude, speaking of that, have you seen some of the cosplays for all those? Like Dragon Ball Z, Final Fantasy and stuff? Like, it's nuts.
Yeah, I've seen them. I'm a big fan of that. Not personal. Oh, it's the figure. Okay, got it. I'm not a, I don't have, like, all right, so, like, there's some things, like, I don't know how they do some of it, but I've seen some of, like, the stuff they do, like, the cosplay people.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit. It's awesome. I've never been interested in that. I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to do anything.
I don't either. Like, I wouldn't probably dress up to, if someone gave me the outfit and said, here, put it on, sure. But I wouldn't go making my own or anything. But I do say I want to go to one of those, like, Comic-Cons or PAX or something like that just to see the cosplay stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You can't be too fat to be a Mandalorian. Remember Boba Fett in the newest season?
He was pretty fat.
I
didn't recognize him at first. I did not recognize him when he came. I'm like, who the hell's this guy? And I'm like, oh.
Right.
Okay, Boba Fett.
Oh, that's fantastic. Dad Bob Fett. Dad Bob, I think I said.
Dad Boba Fett.
Oh. Yeah, I would love to go. I'm a big fan of that stuff. There was actually this show on it was on a while ago. I'm gonna say 5-6 years ago. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel on TV. And it was I'm not gonna remember the name of it. It was some kind of a cosplay show. And it followed the lives of I don't know, 6 or 7 different cosplayers. Some of them they followed more than others, I guess, you know what I mean? But it was cool because it was like inside their life, and it was them going to all the different events, and like there was an hour-long episode, and it would start, and they would show, you know, what's everybody gonna do, and you would get to see the episode in between each character of what they're doing inside their houses, and they were followed around and all this stuff, and then they'd go to the competition and see who won, and all. It was awesome. Heroes of Cosplay. That's what it's called. It's a TV show called Heroes of Cosplay.
I'll have to look into it because I'm curious now.
It is awesome.
I've seen some stuff like on social medias back when I used to use it, but like I'll just whatever the case. Like, and I've seen some wicked ones where it was like you look at the character like drawn in the game or the anime or whatever, and you look at the person playing, it is 100% identical.
Oh yeah, that's so cool. It's so cool. I mean, I think like mentally, I think I at some point would love to be able to make something.
Right.
Yeah, it's a serious undertaking, Ryu said. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to take the time and actually like try to perfectly create something. But then I'm also on the fence of I have too many hobbies. I just literally couldn't fit something else in. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't work. Like
I've never seen like I've seen good ones and but see I'd also be brand new too. I'd be afraid to be like go and be like, wow, I think mine looks great. And the next thing you know, it's like you're like the worst one in the whole group because some person just went all out.
Right. Yeah. See, like I was thinking about it and I'm like, man, if I were to if I would love to focus in and do something like that, right? But then if I think about it, I'm just like, there's a reason why I don't work on cars anymore. You know what I mean? Even my own cars. I don't fix my own cars like I used to. I don't have time. I don't want to anymore. You know what I mean? That's better time. I could be streaming. I could be painting. I could be playing 40K. I could be playing guitar. You know what I mean? I could be writing. I could be reading. I could watch a movie. I could play a video game. Like there's so many things.
You can look at this, this circus of a show. Look at this. You can go away from there.
There's too much to do. I can't, and I can't process like learning how to. I learned to do all this. Learned how to edit. Learned how to do all that stuff. And now it's like, what do you need to do now? Now I need to learn how to sew, weld. I don't know. Whatever else goes into it, but you have to learn all that shit,
Forge, the whole 9 yards.
Forge, yeah. I'll make a forge pit in my yard. Sorry, Sudi, we're not gonna be able to roast marshmallows in our fire pit anymore. Daddy needs to make a forge pit because I'm making a sword.
I can imagine just being you and you're like this one room and like your daughter's just sitting there hanging out. She's like playing around and stuff like that, and you're like, get out! And you're coming in with this like big block of metal. And you just beat it on.
Yeah. You wish you could be more like Naruto and focus on each hobby and passion. Is that something Naruto is able to do? I don't know anything about Naruto.
I don't either. So I'm in the weeds there.
Is that part of the show? Like he's known to be like the dude that could focus in and do lots of stuff. All I know about Naruto is
The running.
The running thing, yeah, I remember the running thing, and if you run faster than the bullets, you won't get a hit or whatever. And I find that to be hysterical. He can make clones? Oh, okay, got it.
He has like a fox or something, like a nine-tailed thing too. That's like a spirit animal or some weird thing.
Gotcha.
I know that. It's the only thing I really just about know.
So when did you guys? So when do we get your guys' origin story? The origins? I don't know, Driver.
I was born one day, and
that might have to just come naturally. That has to just maybe like flow out. You know what I mean? Can't put me on the spot. I don't know.
I just come up. You know, we basically born one day, and now here we are.
Yeah, there wasn't really. I was streaming for like 2 years. I don't know how long. You just kind of started, didn't you, for the most part?
About a year. I tried doing it like forever ago before it got completely big, and then I picked it up right before the pandemic happened, and it'd actually be about a year and about a month or two, actually.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was about 2 years, but I've been 5 days a week for like 2 years. Like I've always had the same kind of scheduling. Did you meet on Grindr? Wow.
Plenty of fish.
It was more like Tinder. It was a Tinder date that got a second. Okay.
Yes. See, I
farmersonly.com.
Schmoozed them over real quick, and here we are.
It was farmersonly.com. That's a good one. That's a good website.
That's better. Oh boy, I mean.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. There really wasn't. There's not really much to it. I don't know. We worked at the same place for a while. Well, years. You worked at there for years.
I was there for. It was almost a decade.
Yeah, I must be there. Yeah, you were there for a decade. Holy fuck. I was
just shy of a decade, yeah.
I'm like 4 years, maybe? A little over 4 years, something like that. I don't even know. Farmersdaughters.com. But yeah, that was just, whatever. It was just one of those things, like you work all day and the job's stupid and easy, and it was just like, what do you do for fun? We play video games. Okay, cool. And then just get excited to go play video games.
That's where we're at. This is where we're at.
Mm-hmm. All those hyper specialized dating sites were a big thing in ads.
I'm not even gonna make a comment. I'm just gonna stop, Rio. Just not gonna make the comment about one Jewel Sig. We are not looking to get taken down the first time we do this.
Local milfs in your area. Oh. The first combo, were you cautious and quiet with each other?
When did I even I don't remember how the hell I even met you.
I don't know. I've no. When you say these words like cautious and quiet, it reminds me of like intimacy, and we were like they're very intimate words.
It's a fan erotic going on right now.
No, I don't think so. Fast friends or rivals? No, pretty fast. Like it's a different bit. I met him through work. It's a different business.
Car business, it's kind of like when you meet people. It's one of those of you meet them. And you basically just meet them because you go over there for a reason, like you're in a different department or a different showroom. Because in our case, like the place, well, Brandon's still at, I'm no longer there, but it's like a big mall. It sells 14 brands. So it's like when you go to cross sell to a different manufacturer, you kind of just meet someone, you talk to them, that's the end of it.
Thanks for you.
A new Irish terror. Starstruck with little hard eyes.
Yeah, no, it's a different industry. Like if it's one of those things where like you normally like don't even learn someone's name until they're there for like what do you say, 3 months?
I wouldn't even go that far. It probably even further, to be honest with you. Like, and the thing is too, you usually get people who have nicknames. Like, do you know this thing? It's like, do you know Brandon? Which was he? The kind of like the shorter guy with like the spiky, poofy hair. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
that's kind of that's how it works. And if someone's like new, you're just like, if they're there in 3 months, then I'll talk to them. You know what I mean? But then when like it's weird, like you go to talk to somebody, it's usually like, you have a deal, I'm bringing it down this way. Could you do whatever? And someone's like, yeah, I'll help. And it usually turns into like, who's that person? And they'll be like a complete asshole. And I'm like, I hear you. And then you basically just, everybody just kind of bonds with everybody over hating everybody else. Kind of a bad thing, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically that's how that goes.
Because the hiring took away from the job and he thought he was going for an interview for. Super sorry and didn't talk or open up for a while. I don't know. I think me and Lenny got along because we both kind of have the same personalities. You know what I mean? I'm a
personality,
goof. He's
same
a goof.
interests. Yeah, same interests.
Interest and goofy. I'm real goofy. Like if you met me in real life or met Lenny in real, like you'd probably.
It's a different thing.
I'm the person that's going to embarrass you.
Oh, by all means, and you could try away. I really don't care.
Yeah.
But,
well, not just you, like anybody ever.
Oh yeah, you can try. I mean,
like
I'm the
like
same way. I can care less.
Like
I take
shy.
nothing to heart.
Yeah, no one that really. I'm never really around anyone that's shy, like in real life, because the stuff I'll do is like I'm weird. Like I'll go to a bar and like if somebody puts like their wallet on like the bar counter, I'll grab their wallet and throw it behind the bar. And just think it's
hilarious. That guy.
I'm that. Sometimes it depends on the mood I'm in.
But you know what it is too. It's like you kind of. And the thing is too, like even being in car business, you can't be shy because you're never gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's the thing. You can't be shy. You can't have the. You can't have that kind of attitude, or else you're right. It doesn't work. You're not meant for the industry if you're shy.
And to be honest, you'd be surprised how many people actually share interests. And I don't mean car interests. I mean like interests otherwise in the car business when you meet them. Like you never know. Like some guy will be like a welder, and like someone's like a pile of people are into video games. Some are into collecting. Some are into whatever. You'd be surprised. People you would never think that are.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty.
I'm all swapping pajamas. Okay, don't get me started on that. I got onesies, okay, and I will wear them on here if I have to.
We worked with Dr. Sexy Time too. I don't know if he's still in chat, but he worked with us for a little bit as well.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
He worked with me.
Wait a minute. So then that means I would probably know him then.
You know, I know you definitely know who he is.
I don't.
I don't want to say his real name over the internet.
Tell me later.
I'll tell you later. Yeah, I know you know who it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Probably as soon as I see him, if I ever
job where a shy person can thrive. Are you kidding me? If only that existed. I don't know. You can get like.
Yeah, it's called sit behind a computer.
Yeah, there's like people like there's people that work with us that are shy, but they're like the IT guy's shy. You know what I mean?
Can be.
Like the IT guy would be shy. Anybody upstairs in like doing titling or any like office stuff, they're all pretty shy.
Yeah, they're not really out in the open. If not, they're all old ladies.
In any kind of sales, though, whether it be like car sales or real estate or
anything, you can't be
phone
shy.
Sales or anything, you can't be shy. You have to have like
you got to be liked because even if you can, like it's the same thing with car sales, selling a house. If everything's right, the product, the thing, the price, the whole 9 yards. But if your personality is bland or whatever the case, you're losing it. I'm telling you right now, you're losing it.
Yeah, you won't. Your energy, like, you literally matters the entire time. It's pretty crazy. Right. So everybody is kind of somewhat generally the same there. So it's, I don't know, you just get along with everybody pretty quick.
And then you all get miserable together.
No one's going to be in the bathroom with you when you're dealing with shit. Dude, speaking of bathroom, I have seen the funniest things. There's this guy, this one guy, he's an old manager. And he was a goof. Like, he was a goof. Like, really. Like if you were to see hear this guy, and like most of the people that work there, first off, if you were to sit there and hang out with them, and you'd be like, the hell do you have this job? Like, it would blow your mind how these, you know what I mean? I'm talking about Stan. Do you remember Stan?
Mm-hmm.
And you would sit there and be like, when they start telling you stories or just the things that they do, you'd be like, any normal person that isn't in this industry would have no idea how you have a suit and tie on. You know what I mean? They would think that you're like, you know, like you know, it doesn't work.
You know the funny part about him? He was a huge churchgoer. He built German cars to race them and stuff, and he was a huge gun fanatic. He was originally from Connecticut, believe it or not. Yeah,
I know he's from Connecticut. Yeah,
it's really weird, like knowing that. Like I did not believe that when he told me that stuff. When I talked to him, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." And he's like, "No, this is legit stuff." I'm like, "You go." Somebody
brought a bathroom before. Oh yeah, Pew Pew brought a bathroom, and it made me think about him. And I was in the bathroom one time, you know, sitting at the urinal, and he came in, and he was holding a deal. So a deal is like all the paperwork ready to go into financing, so that they could like get all the paperwork ready, and somebody could buy a car. You know what I mean? And I remember him walking in, and he had it, and he goes and stands next to me to pee, and he puts it in his mouth, and he's holding the deal in his mouth, and I'm looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, why did you bring the deal into the bathroom? Just leave it at your desk. And he's like, no. He starts talking to me with it in his mouth, drops it right into the urinal, and then he starts screaming. He's like, oh my God. He's like, I'm fucking pissing on it. He's like, I can't even stop pissing. And then he grabs it with his hand and throws it off the wall while he's still peeing. I'm not even joking. And these are like, this is like
what happens.
This is my life.
Legit stuff.
Yeah.
Phew. I can go on forever with that too.
A goofy goober.
I am definitely one for firearms. I will gladly admit that.
firearms. Did it stick to the mirror?
I don't know. I mean, I know it's a touchy subject with, streaming and everything, so I don't want to go too much into it because, well, let's face it. But yeah.
A wet thwack.
Yeah, it's like noodles against the wall when they're like you're boiling them, slapping just.
It's just some of the stuff is like it's just out of control. It's out of control.
Speak how you feel. Twitter.
Yeah,
he's right.
It's one of those things. It's guns are guns.
It's a hidden. Yeah.
It's hard because it depends on where you're at. Like the mental. Most people are. I'm sure everyone would agree. You're a product of your surroundings. You know what I mean?
Correct.
You yourself are a product of your surroundings, where you're from, and who's around you. So if you were born in America, for example, and if you were in more of like it doesn't really matter. Just in America, for the most part, if you're in more of like a red state or a red area or anything like that, you're just born up. You're born up. Yeah, you're born up. You're just kind of grown into it. Like it's normal. It's not abnormal. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm sure if you were born in like England, you know what I mean?
Right. You can't really.
It's totally different. You don't know different. That's how you were raised. You know what I mean?
Right. You don't understand. And a lot of things in problem misconception too with that is too, Brandon. A lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like they see things or they read things and they're like, but you don't. It's one of those that you really have to know. You're in for.
You're in for a deal.
Now we're down to dad jokes. Dad puns and dad jokes.
Literally pissing on the competition. I literally pissed on it. You guys are cracking me up. 2 beanbags and a dog bone about guns. I'm in the blue state.
That's a new one. I've never heard that one. That's a new one.
Yeah, I just think it's hard to. It's one of those things where it's wherever you're from is really, I think, the conception that you have about it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everybody I know, everybody I know for the most part has guns. Like pretty much everybody.
I'm not even going to talk about it because everyone's going to be like, go to my house when something goes south because that's just the way it is. But
yeah, like pretty much everybody. So I've always been raised around them. They've always been around me.
Yeah, so have I.
It's always,
especially having, I don't know about you, Brandon, but like a lot of my family is military. My father, my uncles, you know what I mean? I have a boatload of friends that are all into military. So it was like, you know what I mean? Or something of the sort. So, I mean, I grew up around it 100%. So that's why I've day one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always been just a normal thing. That's it's weird on like Twitch because like it depends on where you're born. That's all. Where you're from.
Right. And that's just kind of what it boils down to. And whatever. What are you gonna do?
A literal gun on your penis. Oh my god, that reminds me. Gun on penis. Did you ever see the movie? Holy fuck! Now I'm not even thinking about it. It was oh god, it was a Quentin Tarantino movie. Quentin Tarantino, and it was with the vampires. There's vampires. They went to the place in Mexico, and
ringing a bell, but
they went to a strip club in Mexico, and everything was fine. And they robbed this family and stole their camper from dusk till dawn. That's it, dusk till dawn. You ever saw that?
Probably, but you know how long it's probably been since I've seen it.
The one dude in it that's like in the bar once the vampires attack. Oh, it's Richard Rodriguez. Yeah, that's right. Well, Quentin Tarantino's in it, right? Yeah, Quentin Tarantino's in the movie. That's what I meant.
That might be why I was off. Okay, maybe that's why. I don't know. Yeah,
he's acting in it. Right. And George Clooney. Yep. I don't have a cult. Lots of numbers. 1930. I do not.
No, I don't either.
There's a guy in this bar. Speaking of the whole dick gun, penis gun, whatever, who has like, I guess you would say it's almost like a what do they call? I almost said it's a chastity belt. It's not a chastity belt. It's not a chastity belt. Like those things that like metal bands from the 80s used to wear that made their like those big metal, I don't know what they're called. But anyway, he had this thing on his crotch, and when one came, it folded down, and it was like one barrel, like a barrel, one barrel and two chambers. So it looked like cod pieces. That's the word, cod piece. But it would fold down, and it would release a barrel and 2 chambers, and he could shoot out of that area.
It was
fantastic.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah. You should definitely at some point you have to. Well, I don't know if you have to watch it, but I thought it was one of those things that.
Oh, but it was actually, speaking of, since we're talking about movies, I know how you're a stickler, and everyone is here also stickler for Bernie memes.
The new Bernie memes.
Yes.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I've seen quite a couple good ones lately. I will say though, the folding chair one was fantastic in your Discord. That was fantastic. But there was one now that was, I just saw today that it was Pulp Fiction when they're driving in the car.
Oh, really?
And Bernie's in the back jamming out.
See, I don't know if I actually had this thought. I think I had this thought yesterday. Since I'm not really a meme person, or at least I don't really understand memes I think when I see one, I think I know it's a meme. But the ones that everyone likes, I've never seen. I have no idea what the hell they are. So I was thinking yesterday, I was like, because all my feeds are all Bernie memes.
Yeah.
Do the people that are really into memes, are they just kind of like, what's this crap? Do you know what I mean?
The problem with memes is they come and go so quickly that it's just like by the time like the Bernie memes are big right now, give it a week and they'll be dead and it'll be like a chicken.
There. Alpha said it. Alpha said it best. The Bernie memes are normie memes.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I figured like when my mom posted one, like I was probably like, all right, well, my mom's probably not posting stuff that, people on Twitch are going to like. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Twisted Tea came from that one guy getting smacked in the face at the counter at a store because he was being arrogant. I remember that. And then, basically.
I don't get them. I get some of them, but I think the ones I think are memes aren't really memes. They're usually somebody does something witty and it doesn't get popular, but I read it and I'm like, that's pretty funny. You know what I mean? I don't think that's like a meme.
Some of the stuff that it's been like months behind, Brandon, you get it and you're like, oh, okay, great. And then it's like, oh, I get it. This is funny. And then it's like been out of style for like 2 months. Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I never, I did see one, my favorite one I saw, or Bernie meme, is, I didn't put it in Discord. It's a picture of the Star Trek Enterprise, right?
Okay.
So this is Star Trek Enterprise.
All right.
Bernie is Picard. Bernie's sitting there as Picard. And you know how his, like, I don't know if you watch Star Trek, but his line was always, like, make it so. He would say, make it so a lot.
Right, yeah.
So it said above it, it said, make it so. And at the bottom, it said, shillism. And I was like, that to me is what I think is fucking hysterical. You know what I mean? But I don't know if that's
silly stuff like that.
Yeah. Original crafting.
Well, you know what else are good memes when Christmas comes around? The Elf on the Shelf ones. Do you ever see those? Like, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf, now here, like, they have another rhyme. Right. Those are good. Usually horrible, but they're good.
I have to do that every year, by the way. Elf on a Shelf.
I do not. Being an only child and having no children myself, I don't really do it.
It's kind of fun. I mean, I don't do any of the stuff that's on like the internet where people do these like extremely, ridiculous setups and all this kind of stuff. I don't do any of that, but I still move it around and they enjoy it. It's kind of funny how much they like that stuff.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I never really did it, so I mean, I can't say much.
A philosophical perspective about our society in comparison to memes from Roman and Greek times. I don't. Is that a meme? What you just wrote? Because that's pretty damn funny. He's like,
see, Pew Pew's got it.
Balk on a crock. Yeah. No. See, I don't understand. I thought you were being funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. I was like, dude, that's hysterical. How you wrote that. I was like, that's right up my alley. That's the kind of humor I like.
Start learning how to make the Tom Hanks memes, like those Tom Hanks ones that we went off on for like a few streams straight.
Yeah.
We should start making those in the memes. Like actually take the pictures of like Tom Hanks with doing stuff and make them.
I bet if you did, like I'm pretty sure. Like now, it's not gonna be me. Like I have zero online presence, so no one's gonna. It's not going anywhere with me.
No, it's not.
But I bet like if you took Tom Hanks and like a picture, like if you did like say if Tom Hanks were the Titanic, he'd be Tom Sanks, and like the picture was like Tom Hanks photoshopped into like the Titanic movie. You know what I mean? And then the words. I think if the right people were to spread it, you can make that whole thing happen.
Oh yeah,
I think it would happen.
100% easily. How could you not? I mean, like, let's face it, it's gold. You know what I mean? Like, it's dumb, but it's gold.
Right. Dude, yeah, the Tom Hanks stuff is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's definitely good. I mean, it's speaking of which, when the hell did Tom Hanks even do a movie? I haven't seen him do any kind of movies lately. To be honest with you. Lately, anyway.
Oh, I don't know. For some reason, all I can keep thinking about is Forrest Gump, but that's the 90s. I mean, that's not.
Yeah, but that's like one of his most famous ones.
He's definitely done something since Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah. What do we call it? What else was there? What other movie? Oh, speaking of random new people, Larry King died.
I heard that. That's insane. That's insane to me. Well, no, never mind. I don't know why I'm saying it's insane. The guy was what, 88, 89?
It's 80. I think he was 87 or 88 that he died. Yeah.
He looked the same to me since I remember. Like, since I can remember seeing him when I was like 10, he always looked that old to me.
Even like, I'm surprised, like, even Robert De Niro's still around. He's up there in age, but like, even like, a lot of these old actors too, like that, they're starting to come back with stuff. Like, they're starting to, you got Indiana Jones coming out, and they're using Harrison Ford.
But I could see him, like, I can noticeably see the age in Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Robert De Niro the same way.
Yeah.
You know who's going to outlive all of us? And I'm including me, you, and the chat? Betty White.
Betty White, yeah. What is she now? She's 90, right? She's in her 90s?
90. I'm going to find out, because I know she's up there.
I've seen Forrest Gump, and me and one other kid rose our hands out at like 20. That's a shame, Pew Pew. Forrest Gump's a really damn good movie.
She's 99 years old.
Really?
She was born on January. Her birthday actually just happened 8 days ago.
783? That's crazy. I can't believe only...
Born January 17th, 1922. 99 years old.
I feel like when I was younger, like say if I was in like high school, right? I know when I was in high school, I watched movies that were made before I was even born. Yeah. Like, it was normal to me to watch movies that were made before I was born. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of those. There was a lot of those, like, you used to watch, like, even when I remember when I was like younger, like even like 5, 6, 7 years old, like the Star Wars movies. I know Indiana Jones, like Back to the Future, like they were like at my time of growing up or before, but I would never remember them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's you still watch them, like you still consider those, like, they're classics to us. You know what I mean? Like our age, like they're classics.
What's a classic to people that are younger? I know Alf is younger. I know Pew Pew's younger. What would you guys consider a classic movie to you guys? I'm just genuinely curious. And in with movies though, parents that are all right. So Driver's definitely right. Yeah, you may just not be a movie. Some people are just, they're not movie people.
Right.
You were raised on those classics. Okay, good. Okay.
So that makes sense. All right. Yeah. All right. Because I know there's a lot that like people like consider classics, and it's like the 2000s Pokemon movie. And it's like, what?
Oh, Ryu said Tom Hanks was Mr. Rogers.
Was he really?
In 2019, apparently. Indiana Jones is a classic too. Oh, dude, that's sick. Good. Star Wars, Cars, like the cartoon.
No, yeah, like Cars the movie, like with Lightning McQueen. Is how I'm taking that one.
I never saw that movie.
You never saw Cars?
Mm-mm.
You never saw Lightning McQueen and Mater and all that? You never saw any of that?
I never really went out of my way to watch a Pixar. Like, was that Pixar?
Yeah, it's Pixar.
If I saw it, I'd see it, but I don't go out of my way to see it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, if I see it, I see it. If I don't, it's, you know. There's my theory. Anime is the younger gen classics now. Anime is the younger gen's classics. You think? I don't know, because classic anime, I would debate that the younger generation never watched classic anime.
Well, classic anime, I mean, not including like Marvel, DC, that's not really anime, but you know what I mean. But like Dragon Ball Z was what, around in early 90s, late 80s, I think.
Yeah, I think Dragon Ball Z. Gundam, I don't remember when that started.
Another one. I think Mobile Suit Gundam was another one that was like in the 80s, early 90s.
Before that was Robotech, and like the Macross series, and that's what spawned all the Gundam stuff, really. I've seen WALL-E, I've seen Finding Nemo, I've seen Toy Story. Yes, I've seen all those.
There you go. In the 80s. Yeah. Okay. I knew it was old. I knew it was a lot older than people think. I don't think people realize
1983. That. Oh, 1983 was Dragon Ball Gundam. Yeah, Voltron. Yeah. See, that's what I remember. I will find them, dude. There's a box over there somewhere. I don't know where, but I could bring like shit out from that like time of anime, because do you watch anime, Blue Kid?
Yeah, I do. I'm not like heavily into it. Like my anime is like Dragon Ball, Gundam. They were my two favorites. I've started watching Attack on Titan. I tried Naruto, but I can't get into it. Like oddballs like that, I can deal with. Anime video games more what
That's your
I can
thing.
deal with. Like Trials of Mana, things like that. I like.
Okay, because I was gonna say
I'm not deep into it. Like if someone came to me and said you need to watch,
right,
Chalky Eats a Cracker. I don't know who the hell that is. I've never heard of it.
See, I watched it when I was a kid, and then, but by kid I mean like 9, 10, and I probably watched it until I was about like 15. You know what I mean? That was like I watched a lot of anime, and then I think I want to say in my like late 20s is when I kind of got a little bit back into it, and then I got back out of it. You know what I mean? But to me, I remember Dragon Ball Z is pretty fantastic, almost as good as DBZ. Oh, Dragon Ball Super, gotcha.
Now, I will say, Dr. Sexy Time. They did announce, not to take over this, Brandon, real quick, but they came out. They're coming out with a new series for Dragon Ball. It's coming after Super. No, I don't know if it's going to be like the Neo stuff or whatever the case, but they are coming out with a new series for Dragon Ball.
Speaking of Dragon Ball, I never really watched Dragon Ball Z. I did watch Dragon Ball, no Z.
Okay.
So Goku was like a little kid.
Okay, so that was like the original, like, I don't know if it's the original, but that's like his story growing up.
That's what I had. I don't know if that's older or newer, but I mean, I have toys from it and everything. Like, I still have toys in packaging from the original Dragon Ball. And I think that came after, I don't know when it came out. I don't know.
So Dragon Ball came to the US after Dragon Ball Z. That's why everyone kind of got confused, because it went from all of a sudden Goku's an adult, all these people are an adult, and then all of a sudden he's a kid. Well, what the heck happened?
But Dragon Ball is newer than Dragon Ball Z, though, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Like also too, then they came out with Dragon Ball GT, which threw everyone off because Goku was transformed into a kid again. So everyone kind of got thrown off, like what was going on. So it was all sorts of screwed up.
Oh, I read it was Dragging Balls. Alpha, I have the Frieza saga also on VHS tapes as well. I'm not joking, I do. Majority of what you watch is in 2000s now. Gotcha. But yeah, so I was watching, like when I was younger, I was watching Robotech, and I have the VHSs, the big VHSs still. They have those big boxes. But I was watching Robotech, and I loved Robotech. That got me into like Macross. And then I got addicted to it when I saw Akira. That was like the movie. That was like, it was Akira. I watched Akira and I was like, oh my God, like there's like nudity, and I think that girl just got raped, and there's violence, there's blood everywhere. 11-year-old me was like, oh my God, but there was that, and then at the same time, then there was like Ninja Scroll. So then I saw Ninja Scroll, same concept, and I was like, there's blood everywhere, there's nudity, there's all these crazy things, Right. And then I went from that into like, I'm trying to think, dude, there was like, was it Devil Hunter something? I'm trying to think. I don't know. But then I remember like Project Echo and like New Dominion Tank Police. So many cool things.
Even weird animes I was thinking about. Cowboy Bebop.
See, that's still later than for me.
That still is later, yeah.
That's like, yeah, I'm in like the early 90s, mid 90s at this point. That's where I was like,
yeah.
But there I watched all those movies. I was like really into all those movies, and then I got back into anime a little bit when America got Toonami or whatever. When Toonami started picking up, and I watched I started watching Full Metal Alchemist. That was the one that got me back into it then. And I watched all of Full Metal Alchemist. I thought that was fantastic.
I didn't watch all of it. I watched some bits and pieces of it. I wanted to always watch it, and I just never actually started the whole thing.
Not Devilman. It'll come to me in a minute. It's Demon Hunters X or something. I'll think of it. But yeah, I watched Full Metal Alchemist, and then at that time was like also like Evangelion. Like I'd watch that. And it was Adult Swim, but it wasn't Adult Swim yet. It was called Toonami. And that's when I thought that America exposed everything, because Sci-Fi used to do it. The ones I did watch when I was a kid, they would come on Saturday morning at like 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, and it would run until about noon. So that you had this time window, and it would play these movies, and they were a little bit edited for TV, but you would at least find the movie. Like I'd watch like New Dominion Tank Police, and I would see the parts that they were cutting out and be like, this is cool. So then I'd go out and rent the movie or buy it, and I could just see it in all of its glory. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then that Toonami came out probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. And that's what had like Full Metal, Cowboy Bebop,
Dragon Ball Z, I think it threw in there at one point.
Probably. Whatever was the thing that came after Robotech that you guys said. Gundam. Gundam was on there. Like all those shows, and they would have them go. I don't know if it's Demon Hunter. What am I thinking of? It was one movie. It was something X. It ended in X. And I thought that was awesome. It was like it reminded me of like Bloodborne, the anime, probably from like 91. Gotcha. But it was super cool.
Did you ever watch the Devil May Cry anime?
I did not know.
That's wicked.
Yeah, see, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Age is saying something up there. Prior to Akira anime in America, Borderline did not exist. And that's true. Because at that time when I saw that, I only found out about it through Sci-Fi doing these couple hours in the mornings on Saturdays. I found about everything that way.
Dr. Sexy Time. I like the order of Dragon Ball Z sagas.
Use toilet paper rolls, GT. Wait, was it GT's just like a redo? GT's a redo.
Was like a branch. Was like a branch, I guess. It was like just like a bridge to get over. The only problem with GT was the only thing cool about GT was the Super Saiyan thing. Now the thing was they all got screwed up with that because it went from DBZ, you hit a super level Super Saiyan, and then you get 4. Because normally the numbers are like Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, 4 would make your logical sense, right?
Okay. But
then it went from all of a sudden 4 was just non-existent. God knows where it went. And then it turned into God Form, Blue, Ultra Instinct. It's like it kind of like just went no clue where we're going.
Inuyasha. That show I like too. That driver just said in there. Inuyasha,
yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
I thought that was cool.
I completely forgot about that show. Holy cow.
And then I think around that point, I think I still wanted to go and I wanted to watch Bleach because I thought Bleach was pretty cool.
Bleach, I remember Bleach.
But I started it and then I realized that there's like 9 million episodes and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. So then I never got into it. And that's kind of where I stopped.
Dot Hack was one like that too, where it had a huge amount of series.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell also.
Ghost in the Shell, yep.
I never watched any of that. Never watched it at all. You watched all of Bleach? Oh my god. I remember I wanted to watch it, but then I was just like, this is too much. I can't do this. Yeah, there's just too much.
Yeah, it's some of the stuff is just wild of what's into it. It's just
the best thing about that is like the music. Like I remember Inuyasha and the opening song in that was so good. It was so good. I couldn't even deal with how good it was. No kind of
I remember it.
It was one of those where you'd say, "Oh, it's a girl show," probably.
Trigun Alpha. I do remember Trigun. That's another one. Brandon, did you ever see that one? Trigun.
No, I remember it being on Adult Swim or whatever, but I never watched it.
I remember watching that too. I never got like the story. I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah. Samurai Champloo, that's another one.
Yeah, I just don't remember. I'd have to watch it. I don't remember it. Like I remember what the guy looks like. I remember like all this, but I don't remember squat about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember which season had the song I'm talking about, but there's one that I'm talking about that was on that, and I was like, I loved it. I was super into it. It was really good. It's like 600 episodes. That's why I can't watch Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball anything. It's too much.
They take forever. I believe Super came out on DVD and I bought them all because I didn't watch Super until it became American.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it all through the discs, and there's 10 discs for it.
Yeah, quick subject change really fast. Speaking of long shows that I tried to actually get into, our Booty Man one day told me that he thought Friends was a better show than How I Met Your Mother. And I was like, I don't know if you were saying that because it came first. I have now watched 2 seasons of Friends. I don't know if you ever watched Friends before.
Friends is phenomenal, dude.
Why? Okay, hold on. We don't have to go on about it, but when? Not so much when. Like, it's okay, but it's nowhere near as funny as How I Met Your Mother.
I can't. The reason why I'm saying that because I tried to watch How I Met Your Mother and I couldn't get it. Now maybe if I rewatched it now, because it's been a few years,
mm-hmm.
I would think differently. But like, I have a boatload of Friends socks, like socks for work, like Argyle socks. They are Friends related. Okay, I have them. I'm not afraid to say it. I have Dragon Ball Z. I have a whole bunch of stuff. I have cats that go fishing. I have cats that are in tacos. I don't know what to tell you. Besides the point.
Cats in tacos.
Yes, so it's a taco, and the cat's in the taco, and it looks like I'll have to. All right, next time I will bring my taco cat socks on air so everyone can see them. I don't care. Besides the point, that was like that '70s show. I enjoyed that.
Why is Friends better than How I Met Your Mother? They're almost the same show. I have to watch. You never watched? Okay, you never watched it. I've watched. I'm gonna watch all of Friends. I'm gonna watch all of it. But I watched like 2 seasons of it so far. And the overarching plot in 2 seasons doesn't really exist that much. It's barely there. The character development is like, it's all right, but it's not
there, but it's not.
It's very 90s. It's a creature of its time. You know what I mean? Like, it's very 90s. I think How I Met Your Mother is so much. It feels like How I Met Your Mother was executed. The guy who wrote it literally wrote the entire show and then said, all right, let's film this. And that's how it worked. It's perfectly like laid out.
I have to watch it.
It arcs amazingly. It's more jockey. Friends is more humor of life. Maybe.
I have to look. I haven't really watched How I Met Your Mother, so I have to watch it to see. To be honest with you.
Cast of Friends everyone knows, remembers, and why they're doing it. But I'm trying to understand why, though. Like, that's the thing. I'm watching it now. I didn't watch it then. I'm watching it now, and I don't think it's a bad show. I'm liking it. I'm just not.
I wonder if it's because you can kind of relate more to it.
I think I have to watch more than 2 seasons. I need to see relationships happen. I need to see people. I need to see heartbreak happen. None of that has happened yet.
You are going to. I will promise you that.
It's been 2 seasons. I didn't cry yet.
There's what, 13?
Oh, never mind. Okay, so I have a lot to go then. so I have quite a bit to go.
Yeah, I think it's like 13 seasons or something.
Because I want to cry. I want it to make me. I want to feel something. You know. Right now, the only thing I like the most about it is I like Chandler. I think Chandler's great.
Chandler reminds you of just you. That's why.
Yeah, maybe. I think I relate to Chandler. I like him. I think he's great. He's the best one so far. And I like Jennifer
Aniston.
Just because I just find her like beautiful her entire life.
She looks the same then that she does now.
I know.
She looks no different.
Picks up in mid-season 3, 4. Okay, cool. I just got to keep going. And
He's an emo dad Chandler.
Emo dad Chandler. I'm okay with it. Chandler's awesome.
Speaking of people who didn't age, have you seen Nicolas Cage lately?
I don't think either of the best sitcoms, either probably Driver, but it's that's all I can go by at the moment. I don't remember Cheers at all. I don't think I ever really watched that much Cheers.
No.
Can I be any more stupid? Why? I mean, probably. I could definitely be stupid.
You want to watch a stupid show, Brandon? Watch that The History of Swear Words with Nicolas Cage on Netflix.
I never saw it. I'm not really a Nicolas Cage guy.
He looks no different. He just has a beard and a mustache now.
Mm-hmm.
But he still has the same kind of humor. And it's just a show about cursing and swear words and everything, and it's fantastic. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, I never did. Nicolas Cage. I liked Face Off. I thought Face Off was good. You know, but I think it was, what's his name? Was John Travolta? Is that who was in that with him? I mean, he was half the movie also. So I don't know. Yeah, I never did the Nicolas Cage thing. He was always a little off for me.
Yeah,
in the Spider-Verse. I did not watch Frasier. I never saw Frasier.
I've seen it. I'm not a fan of it though.
That's a Chandler thing. Can you be any? Oh, gotcha.
What was the other one that weird? Brendan Fraser. Whatever happened to him? With the Mummy.
Brendan Fraser? I don't know. He needs to come back.
The Mummy was like the last thing he ever did, and that's the only thing I can ever remember him in.
Dude, I love Brendan Fraser in Encino Man. Oh, I don't know if you guys ever saw Encino Man, but it's amazing. I'll watch that all day. Brendan Fraser and Pauly Shore. What else? What else do you want? I mean, it's pretty damn good.
That's a party in itself, right there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I have to learn more about Frasier, or more about Friends, and I'll look at the jokes more. Yeah, no wheezing the jokes. That's fantastic.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
You don't understand why everyone loves Keanu, so you're kind of lost here. Yeah, it's true. I don't. I'm like the worst with that. I don't get it. I don't get the joke of it. Like it's not even a joke. I thought it was a joke. It's not a joke.
No, it's legit.
It's legit. Everyone likes Keanu Reeves. I thought it was a joke.
No, everyone does.
I genuinely did. I have been confused about this forever now. I thought it was an absolute joke that I didn't know anything about. Joke is on me. People actually they love him.
Right.
I thought it was like one of those who's that guy that was he a movie director or whatever, and everybody like likes to like he's famous because whatever he made sucked so bad. I forget what it was.
There's a lot of people like that everything sucks so bad.
Tony something famous. Or I don't remember. He's like a YouTube guy. I don't know. But people like always talk about him, and it's like he's famous for sucking.
Well, that's most. That's like a lot of.
Not that Keanu sucked, but I thought that was like kind of the thing with him. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I know Keanu did a boatload of movies, and some were better than others, but
yeah.
But I know Keanu has a very good, what's the word I'm looking for? Like an appeal. Like I don't want to say, he just the way he is as an actor towards like public things. I think that's why a lot of people like him because they see him as like a wholesome person.
Right. Okay.
I think that's why, like most people, like when you see celebrities, like most of them, you see bad vibes, they go nuts. They're they're jerks, whatever the case. Keanu is just like, here's my shirt because you're cold and I'm standing here doing an interview with you.
Right. Okay. I got you.
I think that's why.
There's like a lot of humility. All right. Well, good. I like that then. I appreciate that. I just didn't know what it was. Like that's awesome.
I think that's what it is. It's pretty much that. He's like, you could annoy the living cow out of him, like poke him with a stick all day, and he'll just be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's like people like what Paul Walker too. That's a good example too because Paul Walker was, I mean,
well, Paul Walker, if I remember correctly, he used to go to a lot of car shows and stuff randomly.
I think he was.
Like,
he was.
Never know. He
liked cars.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would just go to car shows, meet people, pictures. He didn't care.
Yeah, I think he was a nice guy.
He was.
Hubie says, "What about M. Night Shyamalan or Spike Lee?"
Ooh.
M. Night Shyamalan. I liked. God, it's probably some people are gonna disagree with me. I'm sure. I liked The Village a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great.
You are weird.
You didn't like The Village? What about it didn't you like? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't know if it was just not. It just didn't rub me the right way.
Did you want it to be the monster? That's what you like the whole time?
I think that's what it was. I wanted it to be the monster, and it just wasn't. It was like, why did I just waste my time?
I like that movie so much because that was the biggest turning of events I've ever seen in a movie. The biggest, like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like the biggest left turn ever. Like it was insane to me, and I think it's more insane to me because being in Pennsylvania. If we want to go down to like Philly, whatever, yeah. We can drive through there. Like I've been through all like the Amish places, and it's kind of like, I can see this actually being a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I could see this.
Well, there was a lot of movies, believe it or not, that stuff was filmed in Pennsylvania. Believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What should we call that movie? Glass. That was like I don't want to say a sequel, but a tie for. Remember that guy that had the like the different personalities? I think it was called Split.
I didn't see it.
Well, anyway, the second one was the movie Glass, where the guy was like I think it was Samuel L. Jackson was in a loony bin, and he didn't talk, no nothing. Like he just sat there in a wheelchair, like dead, even though he was alive. Well, anyway, the building they used for that was down in Allentown. It's an actual mental institute.
I think Driver said everything he shoots is in Pennsylvania because I think he's from here. Because I know the Alien movie, whatever it was. That was the Alien movie.
What one?
He had an Alien movie. What was the M. Night Shyamalan Alien movie with the field and the tinfoil hats?
Signs.
Signs, yeah. That was in Pennsylvania. That was like out by Pittsburgh.
Huh.
Yeah, like that movie I thought was awesome too.
That was a good movie. I will say that was a good movie.
I like that movie a lot. And I love The Village. The only movie I didn't like that I remember is I did not like The Lady in the Water. I thought that was like...
I don't think I saw that.
The only thing I liked about it was I liked the sheer brilliance that they had one guy who had like a very skinny, like weak arm. And the other side was super buff. Because he like only like worked out with one side of his body.
He did on his daily basis.
And it was just like super weird to me. And I think I thought it was funny to see that. But that didn't obviously make me like the movie. But I thought it was funny. And then he did this other movie that I thought was cool. Oh yes, Sixth Sense. Yeah, Sixth Sense again. That movie's fantastic. Sixth Sense is great. He did this movie called Devil, and I loved it. Loved it. Did you ever see Devil?
I can't say I have. No, not that I can remember. Anyway,
Devil was about this like the whole movie was about it all took place inside of an elevator, right? And it was basically these people went into an elevator, and I guess they must have all came from more of like I don't know if they like their backgrounds may have been bad at some point. You know what I mean? They may not have just whatever. They all got locked in an elevator, and the devil came and killed them one by one inside the elevator. It's awesome. I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
I have to watch it. I loved it. Seen it. I'll tell you right now, I have not seen it.
I never saw Avatar: The Last Airbender. Godcat, I never saw Maze Runner either. I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Maze Runner, it was pretty good. It reminds you of like a Hunger Games type deal. Almost.
I've only ever seen the first Hunger Games. Also, I hated it.
You might be living it soon.
Maybe, but I hated it. I think, and here's my reason for hating it. Actually, you know what? This is good. This is good that we said that we're on here now. Why does that movie exist?
What?
The Hunger Games.
Because they wanted people to wear funny outfits? I don't know.
There is a Japanese movie, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. It'll come to me. I'm done with this stuff. It's called the Japanese movie is called Battle Royale. Okay. Right?
So it's Fortnite.
That movie was made, I think, in the early 90s or late 80s. Battle Royale. There we go. It's amazing, but it's the same fucking thing. Why did the Hunger Games, why were they allowed to literally take the exact plot of that movie and make a movie? They changed it up a little bit, but
I'm going to almost guarantee you they didn't even know it existed.
They changed it up a little bit. I don't know, dude. The plot of it, no. Now, the plots were a little bit different, but I think the idea of what they were doing, they had to be inspired. Version.
Well, they were a book, too, The Hunger Games.
Yeah, but I truly believe, though, that those whoever did that, they had to have known about Battle Royale. They had to have.
Oh, of course. I'm most likely.
Mm-hmm. They had
Alpha, you probably pretty much hit it on the nose. I mean,
and I had this bad, and I'm probably wrong about this, and this is my fault. This is my bad for being so dumb. But being that I saw Battle Royale first, and I've seen it for years before Hunger Games came out, and I thought it was awesome. Then that came out. The first thing on my mind was like, the fuck? It's a knockoff. You know what I mean? It's a knockoff that everybody's gonna know about, and that I think that stained my brain. And that ruined everything for me. And now I just can't even watch The Hunger Games or any of that stuff. I feel so strongly about it. Wrote the first book in 2008. Yeah, when did Battle Royale come out? Was it in the 90s or the 80s? I think it was the 90s.
Your guess is as good as mine on that one. I don't have a clue, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure it was the 90s. If you get a chance to watch it, I'd highly suggest watching it.
I'll have to. It's been forever.
Yeah, and just... it came out in 2000? Oh, okay. I thought it came out in the 90s. Yeah, I know. I saw it a long time ago.
You got to realize, Brandon, even 2000 is 21 years ago.
I kind of have a hard time realizing that. I really do. I do have a hard time.
Don't worry. I feel the same way.
We should do movie nights on your Discord. Are you allowed to do that? If I could get... You know what I would want to do? I've seen people do this. I think you have to be a partner, though. I'm not positive how this works. But I believe... You can do, I know Dan's Gaming did it, and I loved it when he would do it. He did it around Halloween. You can do the Amazon Prime or Amazon like movie like watching or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone that has Prime, you can go to the person's stream. They'll they'll watch the movie, and you can see like you could all watch the movie together on Prime with the casters, with everything, chat, everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it has to be on Prime.
I'd be game for that. That'd be something fun to do.
But I think you might have to be a
Prime member
partner. No, a partner.
No, is it or is it affiliate? I'm not sure. I know they keep changing the stuff all the time, so I'm not really sure.
I don't know. I know you have to have like, everybody that wants to watch it has to be an Amazon Prime member, pretty much. From what I understand.
Maybe.
I just thought it was kind of cool.
That'd be something to do though. Like, I wonder if they can ever do something though with doing it to where they won't have Prime members. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could actually like have everyone watch the movie without getting like I guess flagged. I guess we'll call it.
I mean, they can technically do it, but they don't because Amazon owns Twitch. So Amazon's like, might as well take advantage. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Right.
And soda popping stream, nice. Yeah, I don't. They're gonna take advantage of everything. Even these like the ads and the pre-roll stuff. Like I've thought about it so many times. Like thinking about disabling pre-ads, and if I disable the pre-ads, I'm gonna have to run. If I stream for 4 hours, it needs to be every hour needs to be 1 minute of ads. So I would need to do 4 to 5 minutes of ads, and that would make me not have a pre-roll. So in order for me to do that, I'll gladly do it, but then I'm going to do it when I go take a pee break. And then if people get the ads, you know, you don't get the video, you're going to get 5 minutes ads straight up. You know what I mean?
Right, and no one's going to want to sit here for 5 minutes of ads while you're taking like a 2 minute, 3 minute break.
That's why I figured people, you know, would have an easier time dealing with the 15 seconds in the beginning of the stream. But from what I'm understanding and what I've read and researched and saw, people do not like that at all. They just turn streams off and move along.
Well, it's funny too, because it's like I came to realize maybe this is just people don't know how to change them, or if it's just some people are console streamers or whatever. There's times like I'll go into certain people's streams and there's an ad, and there's times I do it and there's not. Like there's times like I've gone into yours and there's no ad, and there's times I've done it and there's an ad. It's like there's no rhyme or reason with it.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. It's I don't know why.
I don't either. That's why I'm saying I don't understand.
I know if you're not affiliated, so like your stream, like you didn't get affiliate yet. Anyone that goes to yours doesn't get ads. What happens is as soon as you get affiliated, ads start.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's no way around it.
Go around and play with it and stuff. Okay.
It's a 30-minute cooldown. Okay.
Gotcha. See, I don't know the legit stuff to that. I don't have a clue.
So
I'm out in the field.
So I don't know what's better. Like I don't know if it's better to just let your pre-roll ad play and then let the risk of people just clicking off your stream, or running 5 minutes of shit in the middle. You know what I mean?
But the funny part is, I feel like people would be okay with it only because people watch YouTube videos with ads in them, and they just deal with it. Like, you know what I mean?
No, can't you technically do this though? If you if they want basically 1 minute of ads, or like 30 seconds per 30 seconds per 30 minutes. So say 1 hour is 1 minute of ads, right? Okay. I stream for 5 hours.
That's 5 ads at a minute.
Can I not do this? Can I not just at the end of my stream when I say, see you later, hang out here for 5 minutes, please, and then run 5 minutes of ads at the end?
You probably could, but to be honest with you, the amount of people knowing that your stream is over, there's probably no.
They probably leave. But I don't know. Maybe people will be nice and let you do it. I'll be like, hey, I don't run ads in the middle ever. Just hang out here and let these run, so that way, people coming in tomorrow don't want, they don't have to deal with ads. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like you can kill you or help you. I feel like if you're big enough, ads won't matter. But when you're smaller or like stuff like you are, and even me when I get there, I feel like it would ruin us more than help us.
Yeah. I also have another question. This is going to be the fucking funniest thing you've heard in a while. I don't know. I don't even know what Patreon is. I see people use it. I have no idea what it is. There's too many sites to use. There is. You know how hard it is to like literally sit. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's me. But I think it's super hard to sit around and be like, hey guys, give me money here, and then go over to my Patreon and give me money there, and then go over here and give me money there. It's fucking weird. I don't know.
People do it, dude.
I know people do it, but I don't even understand like the point. Like I don't know why we have to have 500 things.
it's a money grabber. People want to turn on, like, and you could turn on and say, like, for example, like, I'm just going to use this. Say we're going to do the table, the Warhammer table.
Right.
You know, oh, well, here's a donation to get us to play with certain characters. You know, hey, donate. We'll use the money towards buying the stuff and have characters. You can tell us what characters you want to buy with your money. We buy the characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Well, there's the money for that. Then you get the money for the subscriptions. Then you get the monies for the donations. Then all of a sudden, that, say, $5, all of a sudden magically turned into 15 without people realizing it.
I don't know. I just feel like there's just way too many ways to ask people for all of these things and do all these things, and then you have to. I don't know. I confidently don't think I can do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm not comfortable with that. Like, I'm just not. I can't comfortably do that.
Feel like you're stealing type deal.
It's not a. It's not, I'm not that.
I guess is a better way of putting it.
I feel as though I'm just not that shameless, and I'm not saying that if you ask for it, you're shameless. I don't know. I don't have the right words for this. Like, I don't have the right words.
I know what you want to say, but you're just not the right words.
I don't know how to explain it.
I know what
you
mean.
It's already like the people. How much money do you need? I can't ask. I'm not like. There's nothing wrong with people that ask for money. Like, oh, obviously, everybody, please sub. Like, I'd love it. Please give me everything. Give Blue Kid a bunch of stuff too. It's great. But
right, everything for
in
everyone,
one spot is fine. But here, there, it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I had someone ask me the other day, do you have a Patreon? I'm like, I don't even know what a fucking Patreon is. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard the name, but like, I don't have one. I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine on that one.
Yeah.
I'm not that much into this.
No ads, direct donations, and well, that would be Alpha. That would be the same thing. No ads, direct donations, and Patreon. But people don't do it because of convenience. I mean, for example, most people use bits on Twitch, and that's not. I mean, granted, the streamer gets the cut of the bits because it's already paid for, but a donation is straight to the PayPal account. You know what I mean? But people don't really donate. I know, at least on my stream, like, I don't get donations. Like, I get subs and bits, and that's it.
It's hit and miss. When I watch even bigger like streamers and YouTubers when they're doing live streams and stuff, most of the donations, they're silly. Like, it's because it's like they're for something. They're not just here's $5 because you feel like it. Like, here's $5, play a song or wear a helmet or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's they get you to do something.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like bribery, I guess, in a way of putting it.
Yeah. I don't know. The Patreon stuff is one thing I never really understood, but maybe that's because I just don't know enough about it. And
yep, there it is. Driver.
When I watch bigger streamers.
Come on now, you know what I mean.
I always watch bigger streamers, but they're because I've been watching them for 10 years, and I'm not going to stop watching them. That's really, you know what I mean.
Yep. That's,
like, pretty much like. Yeah, I mean, I only watch like you guys that I've met, that I've talked to, that stream. Right. I always watch anyone that's on that comes and talks to me. That's super cool. I'll check you guys out when everybody's on. But other than that, if no one's on, like, better believe I'm watching Man vs. Game. I'm watching Man vs. Game and Dan's Gaming, and you know what I mean. A lot of those guys. Right. Are like bit sound effects options. You know, those things are supposed to work. By the way, they don't work. My stuff, I don't know what's wrong. My stuff's broken. I don't know why. I don't know if this is what you mean. Like bit sound effects. If I test my bits, right? Every time someone does a bit donation on my stream, it gives me that stupid diamond. You know what I mean? Like the default diamond thing.
At least your stuff works.
This is what it's supposed to do when bits come. Hold on. It might not work. It's not going to work.
Mine are odd. Mine, like I'll tell you right now, I got a follow the other day. Didn't even notice it unless it was in the mini feed. It never popped up on my screen. It hit and misses when it wants to work. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I just whatever. So I kind of just do that most of the time.
Kind of people who have no donation incentives. Can we just put in donation incentives as an extra way to interact? Oh, got ya. The sound effect you want as the giver. A bit sound effects options. I'm trying to figure out what driver means here. A bit sound effects options.
I don't know, but my tea's cold and I'm very upset.
Those streamers charge people to be on their Discords?
They do. I've seen that. I've also seen subscribers only, like YouTube streamers. People that stream on YouTube, they'll do a streamers only chat or a subscription only chat, and you actually have to pay the $5 subscription fee in order to be in their chat.
I guess I don't know. Maybe it's like it's different. I think it's I'm trying to stay in the middle of all of it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to assume the middleman and looks at it from both angles, you know? Right. I think it's the people that are that big and have been doing it for years and got there from nothing, I think is much different than someone like you or I. They're not, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Because they go into it with, I'm having fun, you know, we're just doing some streaming, and then all of a sudden they got famous. Holy shit. Right. You know what I mean? Whereas nowadays people are actually trying to get famous, which is mind-boggling to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's no one's getting famous here, you know.
Yeah. But
I couldn't now, like, I guess my opinion on seeing everything, I don't think that I do enough of value to ever say to somebody like, hey, to go to my Discord. I don't value myself.
I wouldn't care, because it's like it's not only just because, you know, hey, people are happy to be in Discord chat with you and other people, but it's like you create a community that's like a family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's people on here that like you know, I've talked to like in your chat here. And once in a while in the Discord, and they know who I am just to see the name pop up. You know what I mean? Well, now you know officially who I am. But there's people on here like you're gonna get friends out of. You know what I mean? Like, there's people out here that you're gonna get friends with. You might game with. You know what I mean? If people are people are gamers. You know what I mean? They're out here they'll be friends. They'll play games. They'll do whatever. I mean, I'd rather let that be free and let everyone just come into my Discord and just make friends, whatever the case. I'd rather that.
Yeah.
Personally. Than sit there and be like, oh, hey, you got to pay $4 to be in this. To
Age makes a valid point though against what we were saying. Yeah, Age's point makes a lot of sense to me. When you get to that point, I mean, I don't know what it would be like to have 100,000 people trying to get into my Discord. Could you imagine the notifications or the messages flying around?
Dude, you'd want to rip.
I wouldn't even sign into it. Like, that's just what would happen. I wouldn't even go in my own Discord at that point. Probably, I couldn't imagine. So Age does make a point to keep the user count lower. That makes sense.
And not even that. I was just reading this with Alpha. He's right. The thing is too here, and I've seen people, and part of this is complete BS, Brandon. I talked to you on the phone about this the one day, where people use social media to just get the follows or follow for follow, just to get like their big. I'll tell you right now, I've seen people with TikToks put in there, be like, oh, small streamer starting, and it shows like 3 follows, 0.1 viewer. Like, it shows like the really pathetic stats, like when you first start, when you're that small, and then all of a sudden, a month later, 75,000 followers on Twitch, partnered, average views of 300. It's like, but I guarantee you, none of those people you know nothing about.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's like almost cheating,
right?
And I feel like that's not fair for people that try to grind it, like me and you and everyone else in the chat. People are grinding for this to get there.
Yeah.
And they're putting blood, sweat, and tears in it, so to speak. And it's just like these people are getting it handed to them, like, here you go. And everyone else is just like, it's kind of like a kick in the behind, like kick you when you're down. Like, you're not ever going to reach it.
Yeah. I guess everyone's super different with everything. I'm not, although I choose to understand the business side of it, and I do. I'm really not.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes I'm not as dumb as I look, for real. You know what I mean?
It's the point.
I know that side of it, but that's never been something that like I've ever cared to go for.
I just feel like it's not fair for the people who are trying their hard work to get into it.
It is, but at the same time, I don't know. I also feel, to play devil's advocate, is that the right word? To play the devil's advocate, right. I also kind of believe that out of the 9 million, billion, trillion people looking to stream, you know, I also feel like you're whatever you're producing, if you're not growing at all, like if you're getting some here and there and you're eventually going up a little bit, even if it's slow, that's good. But if nothing, if someone's at zero forever, there's just not everyone's gonna, you know, it's gonna do it, and that's it. You know what I mean?
I mean, and even an Age, I'll go along with this with you, what you said about follow for follow and everything else. These people are getting this, like, say, off TikTok, Facebook, whatever the case, and they're getting big, and they, you know, you see these people with their stuff saying, oh, I quit my job to turn around and become a full-time streamer thanks to TikTok and this, that, and third. But when that fails, or something new comes out or someone better, what do you bring to the table? Like,
yeah, follow for follow and selling is shitty practice though. Because follow for follow means nothing.
right.
That's the worst. That's why the other day, like, I didn't even know what to do for 500 followers. I was like, am I supposed to do something? I don't even pay attention to that. Like that follower number for me is like, no. What matters is how many people are right now. That's it. Right now is all that matters.
The people in here right now. And the thing is too, and I will say it, I mean, I'm a lot smaller.
You could have 20,000 followers and average 20 people. What does that tell you? Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
It's the same thing with like friends on Facebook. Like, oh, you have this many followers on like Instagram or something like that, but you get like, you know, I mean, you get the same people tagging you, or just like the same 5 people tagging you, or, you know, I mean, posting to it for you. The same concept. And like I said, I mean, even
I'm like one of those people, like I get the business side of things, and I could go the business route, but I'm not going to.
Right.
And it's not because I don't want to. It's because I'm not going to play the games that are. I know what I need to do if I wanted to get more eyes on me. There's a lot more I can do to get more eyes on me.
Oh, there's a lot of anything I can do.
I don't do it because I'm a DIY punk rock kid. Like in my head, and this is why I am where I am. In my head, if I do good things, I make good content, that sells itself. If people think it's good, maybe they'll tell their friends, and I'll get there that way. And if I don't, I'm having fun, and I have a real job. Not that this isn't a real job, but it's not.
Right, but you're not stuck being nothing, not having any life experience, or anything like that. You're just kind of the you have a backup if anything were to go south. Like, say this does, you know, you go. But
that's how I want to get there. If I ever was able to do anything, I'd want it to be because I did a good job, and I earned it, and that's it.
And that's where I'm at with mine too. Like I said, I mean, I know I'm smaller, way smaller, but like, I want to get there by hard work and not have to pay or do the, you know, I don't want to say weasel my way up there.
No, I'll pay some. I'll pay. I'll pay some stuff. Not Twitch. I don't know if you can pay Twitch. But I was talking about
I won't pay for like bots and stuff, like how Alpha was saying with the bots and stuff, and just like increase like.
I was talking about YouTube. That was one.
Oh, YouTube, yeah.
Like I was learned the other night that you can use Google Ads, and you can pay for advertisement so that your videos get seen and discovered. Yep. I tried to get 2 of my videos on there. They were banned. I can't get them on there. A combination of probably cursing and guns and like violence in Enter the Gungeon. But either way, Google Ads doesn't. They don't want to advertise for me at all. But I was willing to do that because I don't understand YouTube or the algorithms. I just know that I do no hit runs and get 10 views. Case, it's like how does it know? Yeah, I don't understand it at all. So I figure
it's weird.
I think at this point you probably have to pay for advertisement on YouTube to get something out there. I don't know how else to do that.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Driver.
Yeah, that's like saying it's always sunny outside and night doesn't exist. That's all I'm saying.
Basically, 8-minute retention video, catchy title, and a good thumbnail. Yeah, see, every video I'm going to go on there, if I do a no-hit run, it might be 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and nice. Like, I see people that like do YouTube videos, it's like anywhere between like 8 to like 15.
That's the problem with that shit, too. And it's not that it's a problem. It's, if someone, and I know people do this, and that's okay if they do, it's just not for me. But like, if you understand the business and you understand the algorithm, you understand that it's the best way to do this is to make a video with an 8-minute retention, make it 8 minutes with a catchy title, and follow the trends, the meta, if you will, of what people are doing. You know what that says to me? Boring. That says I have no creative anything. What if I wanted to make a video that I just thought was funny because it was what I wanted to do, and I made those videos? If it doesn't fit that, done for.
And you're right too, Brandon. And the thing is too, like, and I came to realize it's the big YouTubers, the people with millions of subs.
Mm-hmm.
All they do is just play the games like me and you, and they give the footage to someone like, here you go.
But here's
nothing with it.
Here's how this. But here's the other thing I thought of though. I'll get to it as a creative outlet level. That's usually where I speak from first. That part of my brain speaks first.
Yeah.
Then I stop and pump the brakes and go to the other side of my brain, and then I read like what Alpha wrote. Talk to a dude with 5 million subs, makes Fortnite content for kids, and it's manufactured as fuck. I go to the other side of my brain and I go, okay, well, he's not selling cars all day. His job was that. They have a manufactured Fortnite video. Probably better than working in a factory. You know what I mean? So if you look at it that way, it's like, you know.
I mean, and let's face it. I mean, depending on the stuff he's doing, it doesn't take much effort.
Right. That's, yeah, he still has a job doing something that's
simple. He could sit here, drink a cup of coffee, and edit for 2 hours, and he's made.
His life is probably like he's probably happier with his job than most people are. You know what I mean? Sure. Even though he might not be doing something as a creative, hobby. Broke the system in place Fortnite. He makes good money. Yeah, 100K a month or a year. 100K a year is amazing.
Just sit there and just. And here we are.
But that's the thing. If that's the kind of person that you are, and it's not wrong to be that person. It's just
no, it's not by any means.
If that's what you want to do, whereas like with my time spent doing that stuff is going to be a creative outlet. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, and that's it. You know what I mean? And I'm going to damn well know that that's against the way you probably should do it. It doesn't help me, but same time, want me, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and see the thing is too, with people that can't create, like I'm not good at creating like Photoshops and stuff like that, or editing and stuff. So like people that like that guy, he's gonna make a stupid amount of money off of me because I don't know how to do it, or I might just not have the time, and he's just gonna make all the money off me, and I'm just sitting here playing.
Yeah, of course.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, what time are we at here? Are you streaming tonight, by the way?
I was thinking about it, depending on how all this went. I mean, this is a circus in itself, so I mean, I was supposed to stream. It's usually my stream night, one of them.
Do you think you're gonna go on for a bit?
I might. I mean,
I was gonna say I think we're gonna wind this down here. I realized the time it is, and I gotta play some Darkest Dungeon still.
Yeah, I gotta do some Spire myself. I'm still trying to grind all the characters.
All right, let's do that. Let's break it down here, and let's go to our respective things. Looks like Blue Kid's streaming tonight. I'm streaming tonight. Yeah. So this was good. I had fun.
I did. This is a riot.
This is gonna be a Sunday thing, though. Like, it's not a Monday thing. This is just we weren't able to get it working last night, so tonight's the night. You know what I mean?
All right.
To make up for yesterday.
We got to take on Driver because we didn't talk about pajamas or Hot Pockets. So next week, we are Hot Pockets and pajamas.
Yeah, we'll start with that, and we'll get another topic. Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
That works. That's perfect.
33%. So we're failing.
That's perfect. We'll just go to those. We'll just go to them next week. We don't even have to do any work. We're good.
Done.
Got it.
Finished. Done. Great.
I'm glad it's been working. It has been. I've been watching my state. I have been a little unstable this whole time.
It didn't seem like it.
Really? I don't know. Hopefully we're okay. But it's been fun. It's going to be an every Sunday thing. Every Sunday about 9:00 Eastern time. We're going to go live, do it for about an hour and a half, and then play video games. But I enjoy doing this. And then what we want to do in the future is bring people on the show to hang out with us. And we're going to do the same thing. So as long as everybody's cool, or whoever, we'll have to talk and figure out if it's going to work out right. As far as internet, your internet has to be good. You had to have been around for a little bit. So that we know you know what I mean? And not shy. Like, not that shy is okay, but like able to talk and, do stuff and whatever.
Right.
And I'd be glad to bring, whoever, and we'll have a third person. We'll get that going once a week.
Yeah. Here we go. That'll be another circus in itself.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do it every Sunday. I'm gonna what's my name? Oh yeah, I'm Burning Clock Studios, by the way, if anybody was just watching for this.
Name.
There's all those things, Instagrams and Facebooks and YouTube and all that shit. It's Burning Clock Studios. It's whatever. Just go to all that, you'll find it. I don't want to demean your intelligence. You can figure out how to find me on wherever you want to. These are fine. I stream Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 9-ish Eastern time till about 1 to 2 in the morning Eastern time. Yeah, and I will actually be, once we get off of here, once we end this show, I am going to start up Darkest Dungeon. So I'm not even going to turn the stream off. I'm just going to get up and go pee, come back with Darkest Dungeon. How about Blue Kid? Tell us where we can find you.
So basically, Blue Kid 04. I'm always there. I'm doing about 3 days a week right now. Moving on up, but Sunday, Monday, and Thursday usually where I go for. Roughly, 8:30, between 8:30 and 9:30, I'll start. Go to about 1, 2. The same thing. Social media wise, I'm not there yet. I am getting there. It's just one of those I've kind of had it and then it wanted to get away from it. But I am going to bring it back for this. But I'm going to also take my break, grab a new tea, and I'm going to be on Slay the Spire because I'm still trying to grind that out.
Very good.
But this was a good time tonight. I think this turned out real well. This went very well. I will say that.
Yeah. I'm super happy, and I'm glad that you guys came out. I'm glad you just talked to us the whole night. That's been friggin' awesome.
Yep, I like that. That was nice. You know, I hopefully we can keep making this grow bigger because I would like to see this thing be blown up like a hot air balloon.
Absolutely. But all right, thank you guys. If you want to stick around and watch some Darkest Dungeon, I will be coming back in about 5 minutes with some Darkest Dungeon. Also, head over to Blue Kid's channel, give him a follow, watch him Slay the Spire. He'll be going live with that. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. And speaking of Darkest Dungeon, you better get on it. I'm catching up already. I'm going. All right, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Bye.
See you.